What I'd like to talk to you about today is one of the most critical steps in processing your N-STaR soil sample, and that is actually making sure that once you've collected the samples in the field, you get them labeled and packaged properly for shipment to the N-STaR soil test lab. As you can see here, the majority of your samples will easily fit into a 1-quart Ziploc or similar sealable bag. You always want to include the producer name, the field name, and then the sample ID number. You can see there's a lot of extra space in here. Generally what we want to do is just kind of fold this over and make it as tight as possible for shipment. You know, the more compact they are, the less likely they are to move around and bust during shipping. The next thing is we recommend 10 samples per field, and what we would like you to do is get something like a 2-gallon Ziploc or similar sealable bag and put all of the 10 samples from a single field, package them together in this 2-gallon bag, make sure and fold it over, seal it nice and tight. You want to get all the air out of there, and like I said, the more compact these are when you place them in your box for shipment, the less likely they are to slip and slide around. You want to select a box that's as close to the size of the soil samples as you can get, obviously to remove any chance of movement during shipping. This right here is still not a good enough fit for sending to the N-STaR soil lab because there's still a chance that the samples could move around during shipment. One other thing you need to make sure to include in your shipment is your N-STaR order form filled out with your personal information, your previous crop, the variety that you're choosing to grow, and the time required to flood your field. You just want to make sure that that's sent in for every field that you sample. We encourage each of you to use some type of packing material to stabilize your samples within the box. This can be old newspaper, any type of paper products, or packing peanuts. You just want to shove those in there. Make sure you get a nice tight fit so that we reduce as much of the movement of the samples as we can. One key thing that we have to point out is that busted or spilled samples will not be analyzed because spilled samples could result in erroneous nitrogen fertilizer recommendations. So it's important that the sample you take in the field makes it to our lab and it is analyzed as a single sample without any soil spillage. So once again, packaging your soil samples prior to shipment is a very important part of getting a good, sound nitrogen fertilizer recommendation using N-STaR.